Hello, this is Nick, and here once again to talk about discipline in the classroom. And again, these videos are sponsored by the Royalty Approach to Education, which created the overall performance score, and that can be seen as at opscores.com. Well, opscores.com. Parents and students can go there and calculate the overall performance score. Again, my writings can be seen at thebookpatch.com and at teacherspayteachers.com. We're still in part 1, Classroom Management Behavior, Section A, Maintaining Discipline in the Classroom. In the previous video, we spoke about mental and physical preparation. In this video, originally I wanted to speak about meeting the administrators and the teachers together, but I realized that it would be too much information for this video, so I've decided to make it into two videos, and this one will be about meeting administrators. It might seem as if meeting the administrators is not a big issue, but it really is, because it could help. It could help. A good meeting could help to reduce future disciplinary problems that you might have in your classroom. And please remember that both teachers and administrators, they help to maintain discipline in your classroom. Not only the administrators, but the teachers also. And of course, I'll talk about the teachers afterwards. So we're going to start with the administrators, and I'm assuming in this particular video that you are a teacher who already got a call from a school, and you have interviewed with the principal perhaps, or the assistant principal, or you are going back to meet them, but there is sufficient time for you to have a considerable amount of talk with them. um, there are times when teachers are called just a few days before school starts, or even after school has begun. Sometimes a few days after school has begun. Other times, it could be 2 months after school has begun. And in that case, it's a little difficult for you to meet administrators and talk to them. But I'm talking about if you are about to go to see the administration, if you got a call and you want to speak with them. That's what this video is about. First of all, you should not be intimidated by them. It could be an intimidating experience, especially if you are quite young or you're inexperienced. Um, but administrators typically are approachable individuals. You can easily talk to them. It's generally not a problem talking to administrators. Now, the intimidation factor might might be very different, after you have worked there for a while, because administrators could also be quite intimidating, but not generally for new teachers. It usually applies to teachers who have been around for a number of years, and for whatever reason or reasons, they have developed this fear, or the administrators have injected the fear factor into the staff, and it could affect certain teachers. And another thing, if you appear to be afraid, then they might wonder, are you really capable of controlling your class? So you want to be composed and calm when you meet them. If you do get a chance to meet them, you want to be calm and composed, and demonstrate that you have enough confidence in yourself. Um, Number two, but don't become too overwhelmed by them. You know, that type of overwhelm overwhelm behavior or attitude, could be a problem. But do not become too overwhelmed. When you start your classes and you realize the amount of work that you have to do and the responsibilities that you have to take care of, um, you might become overwhelmed. But for now, you don't have to give the impression that you're overwhelmed by them, because they're not going to overwhelm me at first. They're not going to do that. They probably could do that later on, but not at this stage. They must have a good idea, sort of a sixth sense that, look, this person is capable of maintaining discipline in the classroom. They have to have that sense, that level of confidence. And if they don't have it, it's really easy to get rid of teachers who come to a school um, recently, whether they're a new teacher or they're an older teacher, experienced teacher, that is switching school. Um, so it's not difficult for administration to get rid of teachers in whom they do not have that level of confidence. 3. Don't demonstrate an overt sign of overconfidence. Don't let them think as if there's nothing that they can tell you, because you already know everything. You have to be very careful of that. It would not be a wise thing to do. You don't want administrators to feel as if this person thinks he or she knows exactly what they need to do, and there's nothing anybody can tell them. You got to be very careful of that. Don't let them feel as though like you've got this. You can take care of anything that they throw at you, and there's nothing that they need to tell you. You know, these are the same people, the administrators, are the same people who could help you within a few weeks. And if you have a sort of a know-it-all attitude, they could simply ignore you. They could simply ignore you and allow you to just drown yourself, little by little. On the contrary, they could come and help you. They could come and help you, or they could get somebody to come and help you. And of course, this is if they want you to stay at the school. As I said before, new teachers are very easy to get rid of. So you don't want to become their next victim or anything like that. Um, on the technical part of it, the reality is that you should be a trained teacher. If you come to get a job in teaching, you should be trained to teach. And the administration is supposed to help you, but there's an extent to which they can help you, because you have a professional responsibility to be able to control your class. You know? However, if you come there in the beginning and become very arrogant with your attitude, and that you know exactly what to do, then they could just give you very little help, and and begin the process of getting rid of you. Right? So you got to be very careful of that. Let them know instead that any assistance that they can offer you, anything that they can do to help you, they will be welcome. They'll be welcomed. Whatever they want to suggest and so on. The administrators. You have to make administrators feel as if they are welcome to lend a hand, to help you out when things are not going the way they should. And number 5, don't be afraid to ask them about the true nature of student behavior at the school. What you should expect. What you should expect. Um, they would be very versed with this information. They know exactly what discipline is like inside of their school. So ask them. You could ask them and Let them give you the information to begin to build some level of confidence. If there is enough time, become familiar with the disciplinary procedures of the school. What exactly do you do when things don't go the way they should? You know, um, the state has some rules. The school district might have some rules, but each school has its own localized rules and procedures, and you want to be quite familiar with those procedures because when things do happen, you want to know the first person that you need to contact, who has the referral papers, who has whatever paperwork that you need to work on. You want to make sure that those things are in place and you know them. You know these procedures. You might want to ask questions regarding dress codes, issues of passes, that's hall passes, because you are going to have to issue children passes every day. Typical classroom arrangement. Some schools discourage certain types of arrangements of classes, so you might want to find that out. You might want to find out about parental contacts. Um, what what's the nature of parental contact? On average, how often should you contact parents and so on? And also, how often you'll get a chance to meet with other teachers. So that is something that you might want to also know. Number seven, while you do not wish to appear as if you know it all, you also do not want to seem weak and frail. You have to appear as if you do know what you're talking about. You just don't want to be too overwhelming with that information. Um, of course, there's always more that I could share, but this video is gonna finish now. So I hope that the suggestions that I've made, would help you to better control your classroom if you get a chance to meet with the administrator before you start teaching. In the next video, I'm going to talk about teachers, the various circumstances that could exist and how you should approach the whole issue of dealing with teachers. Okay? Until next time, this is Nick. Thank you.